Integrated Bar of the Philippines versus Philippine Constitution Association. Parehong naglabas ng kanilang official statement kaugnay ng desisyon ng Supreme Court na ibasura ang Articles of Impeachment ng House of Representatives. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat na imbag na aldaw kanyayo aming kakabsat and welcome back to my channel. Sa unang pagkakataon, may nabasa rin akong isang grupo na sumang-ayon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Sa totoo lang, napakadami ko na pong nabasa at binasa ko rin, sinier ko sa inyo, iba-ibang grupo, lalo na sa mga abogado, grupo ng mga abogado, mga former justices, former associate justices of the court, at mismong mga framers ng Constitution, nagkaisa sa pagsabing mali ang naging desisyon ng Supreme Court at dapat nilang reviewin. And for the first time, really, unless kayo may nabasa na kayong ibang grupo na sumang-ayon sa Supreme Court, ito po galing sa IBP or Integrated Bar of the Philippines. And to be fair, binabasa natin yung mga grupo na against o hindi sang-ayon sa SC ruling. Bigyan daan din natin itong grupo na umayon naman sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Sabi po dito, sa inilabas na pahayag ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines nitong Biyernes, Agosto 1, sinasabi nila na ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema na ipabasura ang impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte ay hindi lamang tungkol sa judicial review o impeachment, kundi sa enduring architecture of a constitutional order where power is limited, roles are defined, and accountability flows through process. Kinilala naman ito ang otoridad ng Korte Suprema to interpret the law, determine its bounds, and clarify its implications. Maging ang exclusive role ng Kamara na mag-initiate ng impeachment ng Constitution, whether judicial, legislative, or executive. Sinabi din ito na hindi unwelcome or unexpected ang hindi pagsang-ayon sa dahilan ng Korte, partikular sa naging desisyon nito sa impeachment laban kay VP Sara. Ngunit ipinaliwanag nito na to incite public repudiation of its authority erodes the very foundations of the legal order. The Constitution does not require agreement. It demands adherence. In defending the legal processes, we defend not just institutions. We defend the sovereignty of the people, from whom all authority flows and to whom all must answer. Pero mukhang hindi totoo itong sinasabi nito eh. Na we defend the sovereignty of the people. Sa bagay, kanya-kanya naman talaga ng paniniwala yan eh. Ng opinion, ng reaction. Pero ito pong statement ng IBP, tingnan ninyo sa mga social media pages, puro negative din ang kanilang comments tungkol sa statement na to ng IBP. Ibig sabihin, mas marami pa din ang hindi sumasang-ayon at hindi sumang-ayon sa inilabas na statement ng IBP. Although meron din namang manaka-naka, pa isa-isa, dalawa, na umayon at nagustuhan na may pumanig din sa naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema. Basahin natin yung kanilang official statement. Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Official statement on the Supreme Court decision in Duterte versus House of Representatives. It is not the assertion of power by those who govern that gives meaning to democracy, but the rule of law, the living expression of its covenant with the governed. The Supreme Court's ruling in Duterte versus House of Representatives is not merely about judicial review or impeachment. It is about the enduring architecture of a constitutional order where power is limited, roles are defined, and accountability flows through process. The Integrated Bar of the Philippines reaffirms its commitment to that order in defense of the legal framework that holds them all to account. As the final arbiter of constitutional questions, the Supreme Court bears the solemn duty to interpret the law, determine its bounds, and clarify its implications, even when it revisits past doctrines or addresses new contexts. This authority is rooted in checks and balances, the very design that guards against the excesses of any branch. In recognizing the court's authority to interpret constitutional limitations, even on matters as politically charged as impeachment, we do not diminish the exclusive role of the House of Representatives. We dignify it. Impeachment occupies a distinct and indispensable place in our constitutional order. As an instrument of accountability, it is entrusted to the people's elected representatives. Yet its political nature does not place it beyond the reach of judicial review under the Constitution. To uphold the Constitution is to uphold each of its mandates equally, whether judicial, legislative, or executive. We therefore recognize and respect the exclusive power of the House of Representatives to initiate impeachment, just as we acknowledge the Supreme Court's solemn duty to interpret the Constitution and resolve legal uncertainties in faithful service to the Republic. Disagreement with the Court's reasoning is neither unwelcome nor unexpected. Dissent is not foreign to a democracy. It is essential to its survival. But to incite public repudiation of its authority or even just to call for its outright defiance erodes the very foundations of the legal order. Such actions disturb the equilibrium of powers and imperil the integrity of our democratic institutions, especially when appropriate legal remedies remain available within the framework of our constitutional system. If every adverse ruling becomes an invitation to disobey, the law ceases to be a constraint on power and becomes its casualty. The Constitution does not require agreement. It demands adherence. In defending the legal processes, we defend not just institutions. We defend the sovereignty of the people, from whom all authority flows and to whom all must answer. Ayan. Kung ganyan naman pala ang paliwanag ng IBP, parang hindi totoo itong huling sinabi nila. Now, we defend not just institutions. We defend the sovereignty of the people from whom all authority flows and to whom all must answer. Sa dinami-dami na nga ng grupo, mula sa masang Pilipino hanggang sa framers ng Constitution mismo, yung mga nagbalangkas ng Constitution, di mas alam nila kung ano ang interpretasyon ng mga sinulat nila. Bakit biglang-bigla na lang babaguhin ng Supreme Court? Sana kung yung nilabas nilang desisyon ay base sa batas ng Konstitusyon. Alam na po natin na ang ginawa ng Supreme Court ngayon ay lumikha sila ng mga bagong regulasyon to favor Sara Duterte. Napakalinaw po niyan. At kung totoong tama ang Supreme Court natin ngayon, bakit ganito na lang ang uproar ng taong bayan? Hindi ba nakikinig ang IBP sa isinisigaw ng taong bayan? And mind you, sana ko yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan lang ang nag-aaklas at hindi umaayon dito sa Supreme Court. Pati na po yung mga may alam sa batas. Sa bagay, isang grupo lang naman yan. Na sinabi ko nga na first time kong makabasa ng isang grupo na sumang-ayon. At tulad ng sinabi ko, tingnan ninyo yung comments dyan sa page ng paglabas ng statement ng IBP. Hindi po sang-ayon. Pero ganun po talaga Kanya-kanya tayo ng pagrespeto sa statement o sa paniniwala o sa opinion ng iba. Just as we want our opinions to be respected. Hintayin na lang po natin kung ano ang masasabi ng taong bayan. Dahil at the end of the day, we, the people, ay mas mataas pa sa Supreme Court. So, to counter naman itong inilabas ng IBP, naglabas na po ng totoo at official statement ang Philippine Constitution Association o yung PhilConsa. Then matatandaan po natin a few days ago, inilabas ko po rito yung supposedly official statement ng PhilConsa na i-deny naman agad-agad ng PhilConsa. Hindi daw sila naglalabas pa ng kanilang statement. At sinabi rin naman ng PhilConsa dati, hindi pa kasi nila natatanggap yung ruling ng Supreme Court. Malamang natanggap na nila ngayon dahil naglabas na sila ng totoo at official statement nila regarding the Supreme Court ruling calling the articles of impeachment unconstitutional. Ayon po rito sa balita sa Inquirer, PhilConsa to Supreme Court, review decision on Vice President impeachment case. The Philippine Constitution Association or PhilConsa has urged the Supreme Court to review its ruling that declared the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte unconstitutional, emphasizing that questionable facts can withstand circumstances. In a 4-page statement written by PhilConsa Chair, retired Chief Justice Renato Puno, the non-profit organization stated observations noting the procedural aspect of the decision and the imposition of 7 new rules imposed by the Supreme Court for the House of Representatives to comply with. Decisions of the Supreme Court that rearranged the particles of the principle of separation of power, redefined the limits of power of government, or changed the calculus of the balance of power between and among the 3 branches of our government demand their strictest scrutiny, for the slightest of error can bring about the tyrannicide that will incinerate our Constitution. Last July 25, the SC ruled that the impeachment case against Duterte was unconstitutional and was barred by the 1-year rule. However, SC spokesperson Camille Ting said that the decision does not absolve Duterte from all the charges filed against her. The PhilConsa noted that the Supreme Court tried to be finder of facts in 2 cases, when its primary role is not to be a trier of facts but to interpret the law where a trial court already established the facts and vetted by the Court of Appeals. The PhilConsa stated that the separate cases filed by Duterte and lawyer Israelito Torion and others against the House of Representatives were directly filed before the Supreme Court involving highly contentious facts. It added that some of the facts used by the Supreme Court in its decision were dubious accuracy, such as the alleged failure of the House to timely endorse the 4th impeachment complaint to the Senate. It noted criticisms on the decision, claiming that the facts came from unverified news reports and hearsays, emphasizing that hearsay evidence is forbidden in the search for truth, for it denies due process to the prejudiced party. We, therefore, urge the Supreme Court to review the salient facts it relied upon in its decision to make sure the facts speak the truth, for only a decision based on indubitable facts can stand time and vicissitudes. On the other hand, the PhilConsa expressed concern that the Supreme Court decision violated the Article 11 of the Constitution in imposing 7 new rules for the House of Representatives to comply with. The provision states that the House of Representatives shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment, noting that the initiation process is the political component of the impeachment. Hence, in the initiation process, the members of the House are responsible only to the people who elected them. It also said that when the lower chamber wrongfully conducted its initiation process when the impeachment complaint is dismissed by the Senate as the impeachment court, its punishment is not being re-elected by the people. That is the sense and essence of the political issue principle which prohibits the judiciary from interfering with the conduct by the House of the initiation process of impeachment. The PhilConsa stated that Supreme Court's new rules gives the High Tribunal the power to deprive the House of its authority to initiate cases of impeachment. It also questioned the constitutionality of the new rules where it requires the House to give the respondent due process when a verified complaint of resolution is filed by at least one-third of all its members. The right of respondent to due process should be invoked in the Senate impeachment court when respondent goes to trial. The trial stage is the legal component of the impeachment process. So sinasabi ko naman din kasi, ang pinaka-contention dito ay yung paggawa ng Supreme Court ng 7 bagong regulasyon. Bakit ngayon sila gagawa ng mga bagong regulasyon samantalang umuusad na yung impeachment case na yan? Eh ginahalata ng taong bayan na ginawa nila yung mga bagong regulasyon na yon para pumabor kay Sara Duterte. So tagalugin ko naman po para dun sa mga katulad kong nano-nosebleed pag sobrang dami ng English ang aking binabasa. Sabi po dito, PhilConsa nanawagan sa Supreme Court muling pag-isipan desisyon sa VP Sara impeachment. Nanawagan ang Philippine Constitution Association sa Korte Suprema na muling pag-isipan ang desisyon nito kaugnay ng impeachment case laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte na nagsisilbi umanong banta sa balanse ng kapangyarihan na nakapaloob sa 1987 Constitution. Sa 4 na pahinang pahayag na nilagdaan ng kanilang chairman nito na si dating Chief Justice Renato Espuno, sinabi ng PhilConsa na dapat muling suriin ang naturang desisyon ng Supreme Court dahil posibleng nilalabag nito ang mahahalagang prinsipyo ng konstitusyon, kabilang na ang separation of powers at ang eksklusibong kapangyarihan ng Kamara de Representantes na magsimula ng proseso ng impeachment. Binigyan din ng PhilConsa ang pinakamatandang non-partisan na organisasyon sa bansa na nagtataguyod ng konstitusyon na naglabas ng desisyon ang Korte Suprema nang hindi dumaan sa pagsusuri ng trial court o Court of Appeals at sa halip ay dumidepende sa mga dubious at hindi napatunayang report. Ipinahayag din ng PhilConsa ang pagkabahala sa pagtakda ng Korte Suprema ng 7 bagong panuntunan para sa paghawak ng Kamara ng mga impeachment case na ayon sa grupo ay lumalabag sa probisyon ng konstitusyon na nagbibigay ng eksklusibong kapangyarihan sa Kamara upang simulan ang impeachment. Binigyan din ng grupo na ang mga miyembro ng Kamara ay inihalal ng taong bayan at sila ang may pananagutan sa mga tao, hindi sa Korte Suprema. Nagbabala rin ang PhilConsa na ang pagbibigay kapangyarihan sa hudikatura upang suriin ang sufficiency of evidence at reasonableness of time ay panhihimasok sa kalayaan ng lehislatura. Tinutulan din ng asosasyon ang rekisito na bigyan ng due process ang respondent sa yugto ng impeachment sa Kamara na ayon sa kanila ay hindi angkop na lugar para rito kundi ang paglilitis sa Senado. Ayon sa PhilConsa, pinahihina ng bagong mga panuntunan ng Korte Suprema ang constitutional na kapangyarihan ng Kamara kaya't dapat itong muling pag-aralan. Sa kanilang pagtatapos, binalaan ng PhilConsa ang Korte Suprema laban sa sobrang panghihimasok at nananawagan ng paggalang sa hangganan ng kapangyarihan ng bawat sangay ng pamahalaan. Strongly worded statement. Na sa totoo naman, na tila sumobra ang panghihimasok ng Korte Suprema sa sinasabing equal branches of government at exclusive power ng House of Representatives to initiate an impeachment. Dahil sabi ko nga sa isang episode ko, kung ganyan din lang ang gagawin ng Korte Suprema, buwagin na natin yung sinasabing equal powers ng Executive, Legislative at Supreme Court at ibigay na lang lahat ng powers sa Korte Suprema. Kasi parang yun ang gusto nilang mangyari. na mukhang hindi naman katanggap-tanggap sa mas nakararaming Pilipino. Kayo po, kanino kayo umaayon? Sa Integrated Bar of the Philippines o IDP o sa Philippine Constitution Association o PhilConsa? Comment lang po down below and I will see you in my next video. Diyos te Agnina.